Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford, Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information, including your F-150 Lightning information today, because the order banks have now opened up as of today for the 2026 Ford F-150 Lightning. So you can go into your local dealer and you can order one of those right now. And in this video, we're going to tell you what's different, what's changed, what's been removed, what's been added, what's different for this model year based on last year's configuration. And because we did videos last year on the different breakdown of the different trim levels. And so this video, if you've kind of been researching those already and you just need to know what's different, this video will help you out with that. Also, because we are taking orders, dealers are taking orders, we're taking orders as well. And if you want to order from us, we're doing invoice pricing on any ordered F-150 Lightning. Also, if you finance a vehicle with us, we'll take another $1,000 off of that. So we're talking $1,000 below invoice if you want to order with us. We don't have any issues getting allocations and getting people scheduled and getting them produced. So no problem there. So we can get yours scheduled out pretty quickly and get it here and get you a good price on it as well if you want to do that. So just reach out to us. I'll kind of tell you a little bit later how you can go ahead and configure one here real soon, and you'll be able to do that and then reach out to us and start that correspondence there. So, but let's get in here. We're going to talk about what's different, what's changed, and how we're going to break this out. We'll have timestamps down in the comments in the description down there. You feel free to move around if you want to, if you know kind of what trim level, because we're going to first talking about what is maybe changed for this year, and in general, maybe some new package, that kind of stuff. And then we'll break out each trim level and tell you the differences and changes from last year and this year. As there's some things that have been changed, some things have been added. We'll go through that trim level by trim level. And so there is one new. Well, Ford's not really calling a new trim level. It's really taking place of a trim level that was already there, but looks different. So if that makes sense, most of the base equipment's the same. It's just they're changing the look of it and the all around need for that vehicle. So anyway, so let's dive in and kind of talk about this. And we will use Ford's build and price, and kind of want to actually let you know that. So let me pull this up, kind of tell you what's going on here. So if you go to Ford.com and you go to vehicles and you go to trucks and vans, we want to go to the F-150 Lightning. One of the things you'll find out and you'll see here is that there's nothing in here about 26 model year yet. And so from what I've been told and what I understand is they will not have the 2026 F-150 build and price, the Lightning build and price, until they start production, basically. Once that production line starts up, then we'll see it pop up in here. So we're going to actually use 2025 to kind of help us go through this and kind of talk about this and what's changed and everything based on the 25 model year. And now we will actually have a build and price on our website probably in just a couple days. I'd say by this weekend we'll have the F-150 and the F-150 Lightning build and price on our website. Now, it won't change how the vehicle looks, but you'll be able to configure it and see what that price is going to be so that you can go ahead and order that. That way you can go ahead and place that order with us and you can fill that out and we know exactly what you want. Now we don't have to wait for the build and price, for Ford's build and price, right? So anyway, so check that out when it gets available. So with that in mind, so we have a couple of different color changes for this year. Let's actually go into like the XLT trim, where most of the colors are the same. And let's kind of talk about a few color changes. So first of all, let's talk about some deleted colors, some colors that are no longer available. And one of those is the Iconic Silver. Iconic Silver, that will not be available this year. Space White, it was a 1-year color. It was available last year, not available this year if I can find it. Space White was an extra cost last year. That vehicle, that color there is not available this year. And also Rapid Red Tinted Clear Coat, that color is not available this year either. But if you're looking for a red color, they have changed it this year, and we'll have Ruby Red Tinted Clear Coat instead. So a little bit different color to it. A lot of people like the Ruby Red versus the Rapid Red. So I don't think that's going to be a major change for those that want that red color. For people that want maybe just something a little bit different, there is a brownish color called Marsh Gray. That is going to be available for this year. It was introduced into the F-150 last year. We'll have it in the Lightning for this year as well. And then a color that we did see introduced into the Super Duty for this year, and that is Argon Blue. So I'm actually going to throw an image up right now of the argon blue on the new trim level. We'll talk about in just a little bit, the STX trim level. So that color was actually showcased when they put out the information that there's an off-road version of the F-150 Lightning coming for 26 model year. And that's the color they use for that, is that argon blue. So there you go. So some of the different color changes there. Now let's go back to this page, and I want to talk about the trim level breakdown. We do have, it is going to be 5 different trim levels, just like last year. You're not seeing one of those. There we go. There's 5 trim levels this year as well. So we have the Pro version, and Pro version will be available for fleet or for retail purchase. So you can order this. A regular retail order can order that. The incentives won't be available. Retail incentives won't be available on it, but you can order it if you'd like to get just a base Pro version. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then the XLT. So they are changing the XLT. It is now going to be the STX trim level. And a lot of the same base equipment that you saw on the XLT will be on the new STX. And we'll break that down just a little bit, but with some changes to it. And we'll talk more about that when we get to that trim level. And then we do have the Flash. Flash is back again for this year. We do have very popular trim level, by the way, probably the most ordered of all of them, because you get a lot of equipment, get extended range and that kind of thing there, and you even get ActiveX seats. So that's a very popular trim level. We have 3 of those in stock right now. Lariat trim level also is back for this year. We'll have that trim level too, and then the Platinum trim level. Now, one of the things to note on the Platinum is if we go in here, let you know what's been removed. There is one package that's been removed from the Platinum trim, and that is this Dark Elements package. Dark Elements package has been discontinued for this year, so you will not see that as an option for the 26 model year. So that's something to take note of right there. So, all right, let's dive in and let's first talk about what's standard on all of them. Let's go into the Pro version right here and talk about the Pro version. So this version here, let me get my notes here. The Pro version, one of the things a big note here is last year we did see a standard range was a standard, the standard range battery, that 98 kilowatt battery was standard. Not this year. This year, that battery is really no longer in the F-150 Lightning. They're not going to put it in any of the Lightnings for 26 model year. So what you're going to see is a standard equipment on all Pros is a 123 kilowatt extended range battery. So that is what you're going to see on that. Now there is an option still on the Pro, just like last year, where you can get 131, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. But that is a change. Even on your STX, will not have a 98 kilowatt. So it's basically across the board. 123 kilowatt is a very minimum. You'll see you can get 131 standard equipment on Lariat and the Platinum as well. But there you go. Also for this year, you will see no running board. Well, it's actually showing a running board, I think. But this year, the Pro version does get a standard equipment, that carbon black fixed extended running board. So that is also standard equipment on all of them. There'll be a change to the STX. It'll get a different running board, but every one of them will get a standard running board now for this year. So that was something a little bit different. They did change some wording on some things. So your productivity screen, they did change the wording to 12-inch cluster display instead of digital instrument cluster. Just a small thing there, just a verbiage that they wanted to change. Also, I did notice evasive steering assist is gone. So like on the Pro version, you got the camera only evasive steering assist. That has been removed for this year. And I did notice on the evasive steering assist, like on the Lariat trim and the Platinum, that's been removed from the order guide as well. So that is a change that we'll take note of as well there. Now, new for this year, like we've been seeing a lot of other vehicles, is the Ford connectivity package. So the Ford connectivity package is incorporating several different things into one. So it takes your navigation, your Wi-Fi hotspots, and your connectivity and your streaming and everything all into one package. So I have it on my Expedition. You're going to get this for 1 year included. And then after that, you can get it as a standalone option, a 7-year plan if you want, or then you can do yearly and purchase that through your Ford connected services. But that'll give you the unlimited Wi-Fi hotspots. You also get you the connected navigation. You get your audio and video streaming, even gets you some entertainment when you're stopped, like karaoke, some things like that. voice assistant, all that's going to be included, your EV trip planner, all that stuff. And I will say, I do have this. I really like how integrated it is. And yes, some of it can be used through Android Auto, but even for like on my vehicle, I don't have my phone connected up, and I can use all the Google services. I really like how well it works. So I think you'll like it as well. Also, this year they actually added in, so let people know that these have the single onboard charging on these vehicles. And so, like, a lot of people wanted, when you get the free charger, they wanted that 80 amp free charger. And I says, well, it really doesn't matter because your vehicle can't charge more than 48 amps. And they didn't know, because Ford didn't have it in there, that it was basically a 48 amp single onboard charging. They did away with the dual chargers, with the exception of an option for the Pro version, which you can get the dual charger. But this standard equipment will be. It's nice that they at least put that in there now that we know it's a 48 amp and everybody's on the same page and they know that. So yes, if you weren't aware of that, there's a little bit of news and information that you learned right there. Also, they added into the Ford app features the remote climate control. That was there before. They just did not have it on the order guide. So just some things that I just noted on some changes on there. Now let's talk about some optional equipment for the Pro version. You will see this is availability for this dual e-motor. It says right here 131 kilowatt extended range with the dual onboard charging. That's the one that gets you the 80 amp charging. That is available as a standalone option this year. So you'll have an option to go a dual motor extended range with a 48 amp single onboard, or you can option up for 99M, which is the dual e-motor extended range with 131 kilowatt battery, and getting you the 80 amp dual onboard charging with a peak of 19.2 kilowatt of level 2 charging there. So there you go. That's still available there for you. You will not see that option on the other trim levels, though. Only on the Pro version. Something I noticed on the Max Trailer Tow package for this year, though, one of the things you'll see on here that they noted in here, I noticed on the order guide, was the e-locker and the hill descent control has been taken out of that Max Trailer Tow package. So that is not going to be included according to the order guide here. It does give you the increase in the tow capability and gives you the trailer brake controller, but not the e-locker and hill descent control. Those are still going to be a standalone option, though. So I noticed those were added as standalone options. And also Sirius XM with the 360L. There's like a package where you can get it for 3 years. That is going to be now available, and we're seeing it on a lot of the other trim levels or a lot of other models, I should say. And now you're going to be able to do that too. It's nice because you can get a 3-year plan right away. If you know you like Sirius XM, get the 3-year plan. I think it's $300, about $100 a year. And you can get that when you order your vehicle. So you want to make sure you order it with your vehicle if that's something that you want. Change the Pro Power on board, the 9.6 kilowatts. This is a pretty big change. And actually, to all your Pro Power on board in general, is that they did remove the 2 USB-C chargers out of the frunk area. So that has been removed. So on all the vehicles. So whether you have the 9.6 or not, you lose the 2 USB chargers. You still have the 4 outlets in the frunk area, but you do lose the USB chargers. So just so you're aware of that right there. So, and then, yeah, I think that's it on the Pro version. Oh, something else to note across all of the trim levels is that the fast charging adapter is no longer included in the mobile charging cord package. So you'll want to make sure you add that as a standalone option. If you want that adapter, you want to make sure that's a standalone option. The mobile power cord is a standalone option. So 2 different options for those on all of your trim levels. Something to note right there. So, all right, now let's go back and let's talk about we're going to click on the XLT, but I'll probably use some images from the STX that's coming, because STX is basically taken over for this XLT trim level. It's I feel like it's a new trim, and they should have just done away with the XLT nameage there, but it looks like they just kind of put it in place of XLT. So there are some significant changes because of that. It'll get that 18-inch matte black painted aluminum wheel. So that'll look real similar to the STX wheel for the F150 gas version. The front grille looks really cool. I like it. It's going to be a molded in color with the grabber blue accents in there. So getting some media content on that. You are getting the unique off-road style running boards from the Tremor, from the gas version Tremor. Also, you see it on the Raptor. I like to say the Raptor boards on that. So those textured boards will come with that. STX graphics on the bedside and the hood makes it look really sharp there. And this in here, because the XL, this isn't, it's kind of taking place at XLT, it will get the same bumpers as your Pro version. So it'll get the black bumpers on those, not body color like the XLT did get last year. So something that is different, and that you will get the heated steering wheel with this STX trim. So it does say premium wrapped. I think that's ActiveX. Last year was ActiveX. This year it says premium wrapped, and it'll get a heated steering wheel. That was not something that was available on the XLT last year, but that is included for this as well. Your seat's also going to be a black cloth seat with the grabber blue stitching and the STX accents. Still get power driver seat, also get the heated seat as well. That's going to be included as there too, just like it was for last year. Now with this in here, it will get the electronic locking, gear ratio, the standard equipment, and the hill descent control. So those are two things that, remember, those are moved out of the Max Trailer Tow package. They're going to be included as standard equipment. And it does mention here push button start. And I think that it's intelligent access as well, because I noticed on the XLT, that they removed the intelligent access on the verbiage there that you get when you go from, or on the Flash, I mean, when you go from XLT to Flash. That was there last year. It's not there this year, which makes me think that maybe they just forgot to put the intelligent access part of this, but you will get the push button start at least. And I'm trying to get some information from the brand manager on whether or not it's the intelligent access, where you get the intelligent access. We know it should be on the Lariat and the Platinum trim, was on the Flash as well last year. So we'll have to see if that's it's not listed this year, but I think maybe it's going to be STX and above. So anyway, now also STX talking about some different packages. There will be phone as a key package available for the STX as well as the XLT, and that package will include not only phone as a key access, you also get the security code keyless entry keypad on the driver's door. You also get body colored door handles, and you're also going to get the this is where you get your intelligent access. So that's probably why it wasn't listed. So here's where you get your intelligent access, is with this package. So the driver and passenger front doors intelligent access. So there you go. And then the Ford connectivity package, you can get a 7-year. I mentioned the Sirius XM as well. Those are packages. And then also you can still get the keypad as a standalone option. If you don't want the phone as a key, that'll still be a standalone option. And this year it is not, last year it was a dealer installed option. This year it is a factory installed option, which means it should be on the pillar there. So it should be nice and integrated in right there. Also with this in here, you will get the vinyl flooring option if you'd like that as well. And then you can get the graphic delete. If you like the STX, a lot of things, but you don't like those graphics, you can get a graphic delete as well right there too. So, all right. So there's some of the changes to that. Now let's talk about the Flash, and what are some of the changes on the Flash edition. Not a lot here, but something to take note of is, of course, those door handles will be molded in this year instead of body colored. So last year you did see body colored door handles. Let's go to red. So you can see body colored door handles. This year, those are going to be the black door handles like the XLT gets. And then we'll talk about where you get that. Phone is the key is where you get that package. And then again, intelligent access was removed because you have to, again, get that package. So, and then evasive steering assist was removed as standard equipment, but they did add 2 features. The Pro Trailer Backup Assist and the Pro Trailer Hitch Assist is now included in the Ford Copilot 360 2.0 for the Flash. That wasn't there last year. So that is a nice little upgrade if you're planning to tow with your F-150 Lightning. Of course, the same packages are available as well on the Flash with the Blue Cruise one-time purchase. Also, the Sirius XM 360 purchase if you want that for 3 years. And then something else, the Ford Connectivity Package, 7-time or 1 year, one-time purchase as well. And then that phone is a key package available for the Flash Edition 2, and that is going to get you the keypad on the door too. And it doesn't mention in here, but I would think that's where you're getting your body colored door handles, and just like it is on the STX, as well as the intelligent access, but it's not listed on here. So I'll have to get some information before we do the breakout videos on that. So there too. So, and then of course the keypad was added and moved from dealer installed option to a factory option too. And then otherwise everything else is the same. And then don't forget that adapter. If you want the Tesla adapter, that is that NAS adapter, then that is a standalone option separate from the mobile power cord again. So just kind of reiterating that in case you skipped ahead to the flash trim. So let's get into the Lariat trim level. So this trim level is also for the most part the same as it was last year. They did see a change in the name of the advanced security package, which is included the standard equipment on the Lariat trim. It is now called the anti-theft package. A small thing right there. But otherwise, yep, that's all the same as it was last year. So no changes really to the Lariat trim level. We did see the addition to the Blue Cruise one-time purchase, the Ford connectivity package one-time purchase, and the Series XM 3-year purchase. That's been added. Otherwise, nothing really changed to Lariat trim. And again, if you skipped ahead to the Lariat trim and didn't catch it, the fast charging adapter is a standalone option, no longer in the mobile power cord package right there. So, all right, that's it. Really, and Lariat did not change. Platinum as well doesn't really change a lot, but let's go in here and kind of go break that out. The Platinum trim level is back for this year. One of the major changes is the front skid plate verbiage. It is called the last year it was the Vader Black under there, so it was black right there. This year it's dark matter gray, so it's a little bit different. It's a lighter color. It won't be black, so that'll be a little bit different on this this front skid plate for the Platinum trim. So that'll be different. Also inside. I won't forget the inside of this, but inside they added some verbiage to the inside. It says light oil rubbed bronze accents on the doors and media tray lid. So I'm really looking forward to be able to see what that looks like for this year. But that is something else that was added to the Platinum trim. And then, of course, just like with the other ones, they added the Blue Cruise one-time purchase, the Ford connectivity package one-time purchase, Series XM for 3-year purchase if you want those, and then they removed the Dark Elements package as well, not available for this year. So that is something evidently they didn't see very many dealers order it, so they took that out. And then again, just like I've said on the other ones, that fast charging adapter is no longer included in the mobile power cord. It is a standalone option and separate, so make sure you order it that way as well. So there we go. That's all the changes for this year. So not a lot of changes. Big significant one is that STX. I did see, I thought some really good changes to some of the standard equipment and some availabilities for that, that STX and that flash, having that phone as a key and some things like that incorporated in. So I think there's some good changes there and some significant ones. And I think STX may be we did see last year a lot of people wanted that flash edition instead of the XLT because that extended range. Now this year, STX and flash are both extended range with 123 kilowatt battery. So we'll see. I think that might actually split up and probably see less people order flash and maybe more of them order the STX and get that with the cloth seats. I think some people just went to the flash because they wanted that extended range and you couldn't get it on XLT. But now you can get cloth seats, STX off-road version with that extended range, or you can go flash and get the ActiveX seats and more of a traditional look. So I think that'll be probably what we see a lot of in here. So speaking of that, don't forget we are taking orders, invoice pricing. If you're looking to order a vehicle with us, you'll get invoice pricing. Make sure you mention the YouTube special. And I did want to kind of point out, if you go to our website, let me pull this up. McArthur.com. It's not there yet, but will be soon. And let me pull this up. We will have a build and price. So we have this order your new Ford up here. If you do click on that, oops, there we go. Order your new Ford. Then you'll get this page here, and it's soon, probably within a day or two, because I'm recording this the day the order guides came out. They are working on it right now, but we will have a build-in price for the F-150 Lightning. Right now, you'll see the 25, and so you kind of see what that looks like. And then so you'll be able to go through, pick your trim level, see your price and everything. And I didn't go over pricing in this video. We'll go over pricing when we do the breakout videos for each trim level, but we'll go through that. I might put the pricing up on the screen as we went through this, just so you kind of know base pricing at least, that what the differences are. But when you go through our build and price, you can then go ahead and select what you're wanting. Confirm your selections, and if you're wanting to order with us, just put in here in the comments that you want the what the YouTube special for invoice pricing. Fill this out and go ahead and submit that, and that starts the process. It's that pretty simple. Once we have that set up and on and going right there, probably again like a day or two. Now, feel free to use this if you want. If you're not wanting to order with us, you got your local dealer. It's a great way for you to build out what you want. Right click, you can then print it. And then you can go ahead and print that information and go ahead and do that. Please don't submit it if you don't plan to order with us. If you're using our build and price just to kind of get you the idea of what it is, so you can go to your local dealer, that's fine. I don't have a problem going to our website and using it. Can't stop you anyway. But if you're wanting to order with, please only submit if you're wanting to order with us. But there you go. So, but yeah. I think that's it. And of course, we will do a breakout of each one of the different trim levels, standard equipment, the different optional equipment, and all that breakdown in future videos. So be looking for those. Make sure you're subscribed with the bell notification turned on so you don't miss any of those videos. And until the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.